Alright guys, I'm going to get through this video. This is, I don't know how many takes I've already tried to do. I'm struggling with trying to communicate on camera what this brand, Manta, and this watch specifically, because I haven't looked at their other model, but Justin over at Manta sent this in for review. This is the Manta Triumph, and this, in my opinion, now granted I haven't tried every watch out there, nobody has, so but I definitely can see a role for this watch in my collection, and on my wrist. And the reason why is the overall design, the quality, and the finishing on the case and bracelet. There's I don't think I can pinpoint any one thing. I think if you look at this, and if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you are looking at Manta as a brand and the options they present, and you are definitely looking in the right spot, because the package they provide here as a whole, the presentation, the box that it comes in, the quality of the finishing, the design execution, the materials used, and even the price point are all spot on. So what we have inside here is the Sellita SW300, which was a perfect choice for this watch, because that Sellita, as with many other movements, are very thin. So when you have the thin movement, you can put it in a thin package. This watch is only, I think I measured at like 9.4, 9.35 millimeter. It is so thin and comfortable, because that Sellita movement is only like, if I remember right, like 3.5 millimeter, just over 3.5 millimeter thick. And then you have the case is like 38.5, maybe a touch over, and then the lug to lug, I think I get around 47 millimeter. Then you have a 20 millimeter lug width, and that bracelet tapers down to a very nice 16.5, right around there. And the bracelet is like, I mean, everywhere you look on this watch, there's just, I mean, look at how it articulates. If you can't find a comfort with this bracelet and this watch, then I'm not sure what to tell you, because this thing is like butter, man. It's just so smooth. And then even the way, all right, this is too close. Let me zoom back out. Even the way the clasp snaps down, it has that nice large retention button, and it just snaps in with authority. Then you have the fold over clasp as well. Everything is, you know, the surfaces, everywhere you look, it has super good brushing and beveled edges with polishing. It's just everywhere you look. The watch is amazing. That I'm actually kind of a fan of flat sapphire. Dome sapphire belongs on certain watches, but definitely not on like this style of watch, whatever you want to call it, field watch. And they did a 7-layer anti-reflective coating on this, and that helps at all angles to get super legibility. The crown size and position is I mean, everything is just executed with purpose, I guess. Like, I mean, look at everything is professionally presented and done at such a caliber that you expect with much more expensive and higher end watches. And you're talking about, this is like a $1,500 watch. I mean, you can get it less without the bracelet, and they have amazing leather and rubber straps available. But definitely get the bracelet, because this bracelet is insane good. But even like the cards they give you, like this is Justin's card. Hopefully he doesn't mind me showing everything. I'm sure he doesn't, because that's what he wants. I mean, this thing is like thick. This is not a normal card. And same thing with the box. Everything about this is like just great. You know, the information literature here, which goes over some specs and everything. And then I want to address another thing. because a lot of people with this watch, looking at it, and my friend over at Watch Display YouTube review and Instagram, I'll put a link to his channel in the description, mentioned the same thing, and I feel the exact same way. He reviewed a silver dial one of this Triumph, and he touched on that people say, remove the numbers. That they want to pick apart the dial. So I had my buddy Bruce, who's super good at doing this, remove that 3 and the 9. Now look at that. Okay, so before I was going to ask him to do some more things, like maybe go no date or remove all the numbers, but once he did that right there to the dial, and I looked at that dial versus this dial, I instantly realized that you need to stop trying to pick apart the dial. Manta, the guys over at Manta, and you can click on their website. Their website is amazing, and it goes over the story of who's involved and what aspect of it. Those guys over there, they know what they're doing, okay? I guarantee you they already did this process that we're sitting here trying to, trying to tell them, oh, do this and do that. They already did that. They already looked at that, and this is the dial they settled on, and they're 100% right. Because if you remove that 3 and the 9 or any of the other numbers or the date window, which is framed in or anything like that, it like ruins the dial. This is the dial. This is the perfect set right here. Their logo, their hands. I got them on top of each other. It's kind of hard to see right there. But everything is so smooth on it. Everything lines up. Let me give you a wrist shot. I don't want this video to go too long, but there it is on my 7 1/8 inch wrist, 7 1/4 right in there. And look how thin that is. This thing is it's such a great watch. And Manta's going to be around for a while, and they're going to start turning out some other versions of both that dive watch they have and hopefully this case as well. But they definitely have a home run with the 2 that they've produced so far, and I'm super excited to see what else they do. But this one right here, and like I said, I haven't tried out their dive watch, but this watch right here is easily could be an everyday watch. And I have a new toy, okay? So just for kicks, I want to show you something. Let's throw this on here, because I don't know if this is just the Sellita just does this automatically, or if Manta messed with it or not. I don't know why it's so loud. But this thing runs really good. I've been wearing this for a few days now. Shut the sound off. You got to give it a minute to settle in, but the amplitude is really good. The beat error is 0.0, and then in the dial up position it runs pretty consistently around a +2 seconds a day, and then if you start moving it around it might drop down a little bit, but you are they advertise this movement as being ±5 seconds, and you can pretty much count on that. From this example right here, you're going to be within that ±5 seconds in almost any position. This is such a good movement, such a good watch. Honestly, I think the price is dead on. They're dead on with their whole package. You are not going to get more for your money at this price level. So there's my review of the Manta. Let me know what you guys think. Almost forgot the lume. BGW9 lume. Beautiful color, nice application. You can see the 12, 3, and 9 indices are a little bit bigger, a little more filled, closely matches the hands, but such a good balance there. It's not going to be amazing like Seiko or anything like that, but the BGW9 is on here. It's applied really good, really thick, and the color looks great, and it's going to last. It's just, again, they've done all this. They've thought about all this, and they nailed it. These are true watch enthusiasts that have, business sense too. So like they can do the whole package. They have a team assembled and they're not lacking in any area. They're onto something here. Manta is really onto something. So definitely look at them.